it's Ed Graney from the Review Journal. I am in New Smyrna Beach, Florida, about 3 hours and 45 minutes away from Miami, where on Sunday the Niners play the Chiefs at Hard Rock Stadium in the Super Bowl. This is the home of 49ers running back Raheem Mostert, who in the NFC Championship ran for 220 yards and 4 touchdowns. We wanted to come down here and, one, see where this kid was from, and two, if anybody really knows of him that he's in the Super Bowl. He had a rough upbringing here. Didn't know his father, doesn't talk to his mother, and he has a stepfather who's in prison for shooting his stepbrother. So it's a really hard upbringing for Raheem, but he has made a name for himself with the 49ers with that huge performance in the NFC Championship. So here we are. We're going to give you a look at his town. Behind me, you see the ocean. This is the shark bite capital of the world, where Raheem used to surf as a child. Let's go around town and see what people have to say about him.
I'd say my contact with him, like back in high school and stuff, I think I was a freshman and sophomore, and he was a junior or senior back in the day, and I had 2 years weightlifting with him, and just very inspirational guy, I would say, very uplifting, very stoked on everything.
Now, it was immediate when I got to high school that there was something different about him. Speed, strength, he had all of that. I went to the first game, they played the Bucks in Tampa. I was at the game, he had like 5 carries, but he might have averaged like 8 or 9 yards a carry. And so my mindset as a coach is if he gets the ball more things are going to happen.
When I found out that he was from here, because I watched him make the touchdown about a month ago, and he laid down in the end zone, and he was paddling, and I didn't know who he was or anything about him, but I knew from surfing, and I'm looking at it going, that's weird.
Yeah.
And then he popped up, did his stance, and then the announcer came on and said, he's from the shark biting capital of the world, and I'm a surfer, so then I knew exactly where he was from. And I got all excited and started watching the game even more.
Every celebration, it's like first off you saw him do it like by himself, and then like the last game you saw it was cool because you saw like the whole team do it, which I was like, that's so sick, you know what I mean? Like New Smyrna represent 386, like it's super cool.
He's humble. The guy took time out of his week to call me on Tuesday to just thank me for something that I did for him. He's a hard worker. Those things are going to translate. As long as he's running as fast as he's running, he'll be in the league.
I just think the fact that he's gone as far as he has and he's stuck with his dream, because I read online that he had choices to go to the Olympics in running, and he said, I want to play football, and I just think that's fantastic.
Even when he was getting cut, even in college, he'd come down and work out with the high school, and we had a chance to talk. So he never stopped believing in himself. He always invested into himself. He always had speed, so speed can kind of always deliver for you.
I think like that's winning a Grammy for like an athlete, you know what I mean? Like going to the Super Bowl is winning a Grammy or a championship, you know what I mean? That's unreal, you know what I mean? It's unheard of, honestly, like hear that from like New Smyrna. Like a lot of the guys from New Smyrna, they're playing in the NFL and they're making a living off it, but they're not winning like him, you know what I mean? Which is, it's so cool just to be proud of seeing someone from your hometown like representing like that.
I would say the biggest thing that separates Raheem, just his desire to just be great, to push through adversity. I think his childhood taught him to push through adversity, but just his desire to never give up, keep pushing, and bad situations don't knock him down for long.
Being in Volusia County, man, a lot of people don't make it out where I'm from, and you know that. And there's a lot of talent that, you know, people don't. It's not like Miami, you know. We really got to work a little bit extra. We're more blue collar up there, and yeah, keep those ties, man. It brings you back to my roots, you know, of who I am as a person, as an individual, and as a teammate, and as a player. Always go back. It's always family down over there in Volusia County. I told him my favorite Bible verse is Psalms 23, 4-6. Even though I walk through a valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for God is with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. And I believe that so much, because I can look down at my chest and see that verse, and even if I'm going through something, man, I know that there's always light at the end.